Okay, let's see if I can add some people here. All viewers can send you a request. Okay. No, that's invite friends. We are trying to add somebody on Facebook Live. So, oh, there's Adrian. I can add you. Hey, Maureen, what's up? We're just trying to add Ashley on because we've been, she was doing, oh, okay, let's see if this works. It says it's adding Ashley, so let me know.
Hey! Awesome. Well, maybe you just can't,
Okay.
maybe we can't do that because you were on a laptop for some weird reason. Ugh,
Yeah.
I
Hey,
don't
Ronnie,
know.
what's up? What's going on? I hope you're doing well. Hey, Jeff. Okay, so how are you doing? Welcome to my live.
Ah, yes, awesome. I'm so glad I caught you. I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm
Back in Calgary?
fantastic. I'm back in Calgary, and I just want to let everybody know that this wasn't really my live. This is actually Ashley's live, and she is an amazing leader. She's actually leading the millennials with her business, and she was doing a Facebook live trying to bring me on, and there was no option. So we are on my live, but it's Ashley's.
We
So
just we just roll with it. Third time's a charm, I guess.
yeah, exactly,
Oh,
right. And you know what? Technology is great when it works, but there's
totally.
always a way. So what's
Yeah.
going on?
Well, I
I heard
just
your doctor checkup.
Yeah, we had a bit of a crazy morning, which I was just, gonna jump on and do my regular Wednesday live, just kind of as a reflection of that, and just how grateful and, blessed that I am to have this time with my kids, and I don't have to call into work because I need to take them for a doctor's checkup, and just the beauty of our work and our business. And I feel great all the time, and I, make sure that my kids are feeling good too. And
Amazing.
seeing you like traveling around, and I fell in love with network marketing a couple years ago, but it wasn't until the last like year and a half where I really did some more research, more self-development, and seeing you traveling around and doing everything that you do, being a great leader and friend to me, really pushes me in this profession because it is a profession. So, I would love to hear your 2 cents about network marketing for those that might not really understand it or, think it's silly, you know?
I was one of those people when I was younger. I remember when I first started, I was actually first introduced to it through a company that sold soap, cleaning products, toilet paper, all that. And I remember having, a basement full of products.
Yeah.
And, but I really fell in love with the collaboration, the personal development was huge for me.
Yeah.
I think that, because I did my why so early on, I was probably 19, 20,
Yeah.
that I just knew that I was going to end here, that this was
Hmm.
going to be my vehicle. But I had actually bought into the system, go to school, get a job. I was working corporate oil and gas for years and years. And I
Yeah.
remember going to the water cooler after 3 months and people are like, what are you doing here? They're
Yeah.
like, you don't belong here. You belong in fashion or something like that, right? And I did. I tried, my hands in that. And it was just, I felt like I was, after I got a client, I was, unemployed again and I had to go searching for another client. So really what I love about network marketing is a leverage with your time and people and finances, right?
Yeah.
And I get it. People don't really understand it, but I tell you what, right now I think we're probably the busiest people during a time of recession. I mean, people
Yeah.
are still getting laid off. I got a phone call the other day. Friend was working in his company for 15 years and they shut down their doors. And I had been talking to him about this opportunity for so long. He's like, okay, Rena, I think I'm ready now. you know?
Yeah, it's sad that it
Um,
takes people that to get to that point to be like, okay, let's really take this serious. Let me listen to what you have to say, right? And Yeah. And
Well,
people,
I always
yeah,
tell people, you don't want what you know you have to do to turn into a must do,
yeah,
and that's even with our health, right? Like so many people, before getting on this product are like, I know I have to cut out sugar, I know I have to exercise more. And they know these things, but to know and not do is to not know. And then all of a
yeah.
sudden they have to because they're diagnosed with something from their doctors. So,
Yeah. And I hear it all the time, like from Steve's grandma will come over and you ask her how she's doing, and she's just always like, oh, this getting old thing really sucks and has all of these aches and pains and, things that the normal person thinks that just comes with age. But I'm learning now that we don't have to accept all of that as a part of getting old, and we can take that preventative step in our health today to have that long, useful life where we feel good and we have energy and we can do all of the things instead of just getting old. Because they say too, I can't remember where I read this, but like the last 2 years of your life are the most expensive. And if you don't have, well, I mean, a lot of people, they think that they have enough money for retirement and they really don't. So if you don't have an extra kind of avenue or something on the side that you can tap into when you need it, even for your health, like you're going to be faced with some tough times.
yeah, it's true. And, as you probably know, I don't accept anything. I don't
Yeah.
accept, old age as an answer. I
Yeah.
don't accept the economy, being down as an answer. I don't accept any of that. We have really our futures in our own hands. And we just have to do the research and we just have to actually, like, who do we listen to? Are
Hmm.
you like, you have to think about where you're getting your information from, and especially for you, I mean, you're a millennial and I'm so proud of you because, this isn't easy. I think right now for our profession, it's a little bit easier. People are more open to it because, people can do their research online right now and see
Yeah.
that, products are legit, especially, and if you're getting into something like this, you have to do the research on, the corporate team, the
Yeah.
products, the scientific backing and all that. But, it's really refreshing to see you out there working it, preaching it, talking about it, and being so young and able to spend time with your family. Like, I think that's so important. I
Yeah.
remember when I was working and, I felt guilty for calling in because my son was sick. I couldn't stay home with him. Like, that was
Yeah.
probably like, one of the most worst feelings you have, and these are people that you're working for and building their empire for, and they can't even give you a
Yeah.
little bit of slack.
I know. Yeah, it sucks to do that and to take a sick day. You're like, is this like a legit reason? Do I really need to take this day? And then when it comes to your kids, like obviously you want to be in their life like every minute of the day, and working in corporate or whatever, if you love your job, that's amazing. If you like being a working mom and that works for you, that's amazing. But for myself and a lot of people that I know, we want to spend that time with our kids and, build, we have residual bills. Why not build that residual income and have
Totally.
time and have freedom and all of these other amazing benefits of this kind of work? And I really think, yes, it is hard work. Don't get me wrong, but it's rewarding. Like it is so heart fulfilling, and getting that weekly paycheck, that is just a lovely bonus because I know in my heart what these products have done for me and my family, my kids. So just being able to share something so great, it is truly like giving a gift to other people. And if they're ready to run and make, a great business for themselves and set themselves up for life, like we can run with them. And that's so exciting because this opportunity is for everybody that are willing to embrace it and do it. And I just thank you because you have been an amazing leader, an amazing friend, just for always believing in me that, I can do this and it may be a little slow, but, small steps are big leaps in the long run, I feel like. So,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
And that's with anything too, but I always remind people, a plane needs speed to take off.
Yeah.
And, we all start from the same place. Like there's no corporate climbing the ladder, it's all self-promotion. And, when I bought into the system, I thought, wow, this is amazing. I was working oil and gas and, I was doing what I grew up really poor. So, but
Yeah.
I wanted to buy the system. I wanted to be like everybody else, but I just wasn't feeling fulfilled, when we would get the, what are those things called again? It's been so long. The reviews, the annual reviews,
Yeah.
and I felt like I was being used because they never asked me, what my personal goals were. And I saw people get laid off and canned, and I thought, oh my gosh, like we are
Yeah.
just a number. Well, I saw my mom get laid off, after almost 2 decades of service. They just closed their doors down, and my mom, that was all she knew what to do. She worked in an assembly line. That
Yeah.
defined her, so just
Yeah.
just like many people are defined by oil and gas here, right? I mean, there's still people that are waiting it out. I can't
Hmm.
believe that you can't wait it out. The times have changed, and
Yeah.
we're all part of the new economy,
Yes.
and the new economy is you got to rely on yourself. There's no pensions,
Yeah, you
and work
can't be
together
waiting for
like
the world
one.
to change around you. Exactly. If you want that change in your life, you have to be the change and go after that. And yeah, we talk about our whys a lot because that's what keeps us going. That's what keeps us focused and motivated. And I can never look at my kids and be like, "Oh, you guys just aren't worth it today. I'm not gonna work on my future and work on my business." Like I could never do that. So they will always be a very strong why. But then there's also the other materialistic things like traveling and going on vacation and all of that stuff. But yeah, you really learn to, if you want things to happen or be a certain way, you have the opportunity to do so, and that mindset and just the power to make it happen because we all deserve it. you
Absolutely.
know? Yeah. Well, but how was your travels recently?
You know what? It's catching on. I mean, Galen is going to be a household name very, very soon. I find that, it's a global crisis that we're going through with a carb crisis and a financial crisis. And,
Yeah.
everything that I've done is, based on what my mom didn't do. I love her, but I don't want to end up like her.
Yeah.
She never learned about investments. She learned, her health from her doctors and, her eating habits from the Health Canada Food Guide kind of thing, right? So,
Yeah.
it's been great sharing the story because everybody's gone through it. I mean, right now we are going through where our parents are aging, everyone's retiring. So there's that huge group where, it's going to cost a lot of money for these people
Yeah.
and, nursing homes and everything as well. So, I just really urge people to take the reins. It's great to lose weight and everything, which I'm so excited we have that new weight loss program that we
Yeah.
are doing a survey with. But the cellular health and financial, like we need to focus on that. And honestly, Galen has just been incredible. It's a company that I've never seen where the
Yeah.
doctors and scientists are, they're accessible. They're in the game. They're not just, they're not just behind the scenes. Like they truly care about our distributors, and the products are bar none. I mean, I've been in other companies where you can't take a product if you're pregnant or breastfeeding, you can't give it to your kids. And I think, well, what exactly are you putting into your body then? So that was really important to me. And then also having everything Health Canada approved, which was
Yeah.
awesome.
I love that.
And
Yeah.
all our American friends love that. But, definitely this is a company that's doing things right, crossing their T's, dotting their I's, being very transparent. I mean, we're brand new.
Yes.
We're going into our second year. We had our bumps and, we continue to grow. And, it's attracted a different group, I find, because we really started with cellular health.
Yeah.
So it got a lot of traction with healthcare professionals. And it's also very easy science for regular people like me to know. I mean, I'm not a nutritionist, I'm not a doctor, but when
Yeah.
I find something that works, that has proven results and that has a scientific backing and everything, I'm all for it, because I saw my mom, what she went through, her health and everything, and I don't want that for anybody else. So we just have to keep preaching. It's gonna eventually reach somebody, right? Someone's gonna
Hmm.
listen. And unfortunately, until something happens, that's usually when people are like, hey, so I saw what you're doing. My mom just got diagnosed with diabetes, or a girlfriend of mine, her 5-year-old daughter just got diagnosed with diabetes, and she's still
Oh,
feeding her boxed food and canned food. Like, I don't even shop in the aisles.
that's sad. Yeah. And it does start at home. Like I am so proud when my kids, it's a struggle if we like get them ice cream for a treat once in a blue moon to even finish it all. Because it's too much for them. It's too much sugar, it's too cold, and they don't feel good after. So our kids usually ask for, cucumbers or broccoli and hummus,
Amazing.
cheese and turkey rolls, stuff like that. And it's really, and I always thought I was, healthy-ish, fit-ish, but it wasn't until I was pregnant with Roland that I really started to realize, like you learn really quickly when you're pregnant things that you can't take, things that you can't eat or put on your skin even in fear of it harming your developing baby, right? So I was like, well, if this could maybe harm my baby, wouldn't it have the potential to maybe harm me too? So that's kind of really where, my true passion for health and wellness really kind of started. And then when you introduced me to iGalen, it was just like blew my mind because it was something that the world needs, really. Like you said, we are going through a global crisis, and everybody knows somebody with diabetes or cancer or something related to inflammation, which is awful. And something that I could finally feel confident in taking if I were to become pregnant again or give to my children and our dog. So that was so super important for me. Yeah.
I love
Do you,
pets. I mean, pets are family, right? And they get the
yeah.
same diseases as humans do, and they get treated the same. And it's sad because, for everyone watching, as you're taking antibiotics or any pharmaceutical med, it is compromising your internal organs. So,
Yeah.
I really urge people to find the answers and get to the bottom, get to the root issue
The
of it. And
root.
honestly,
Yeah.
it is 80% of it is food. I mean, not even on for weight loss, but like, we're not just saying it's just sugar, but it's
Yeah.
your thoughts, it's your energy, it's, your stress level. Are you getting enough sleep? Minimum 7 hours. Are you usually a happy person? That all comes into play. But
Yeah.
I agree. When I saw this, I thought, and honestly, I didn't think I was going to get back into health and wellness again. I had been with so many other companies that it
Yeah.
was just it was different, right? And because I got to launch it in Canada first, it was I really wanted to make it very different. I didn't want it to be the typical kind of MLM. I didn't want you guys to lose your friends and be annoying and
Yeah.
do all these free for free posts and everything like that. But
Yeah.
I just truly believe that right now, with what's happening in the economy, people really need to do their research. Network
Hmm.
marketing is a profession, and
Yeah.
unfortunately, there are some people there that have kind of ruined it. But if you get with the right group, the right company, the right leadership, you can turn this into a full-time profession. And I tell you,
Yeah.
I love to travel. I love my freedom. I love being creative. And, it just keeps getting better and better. And that's all it is. I mean, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And it's a matter of
Yeah.
when you want to, step on the pedal and make this go. Because people sit there and say, oh, well, I tried MLM and it didn't work. Or,
Yeah.
but the thing is, you can't just try it. This is a, minimum 3 to 7 year and investment into yourself. And the investment isn't even that big as far as financial
No.
wise, but
Yeah.
it's an investment into creating a residual income. And I just think if people truly understood what a residual income was, they would go through brick walls to get it. I mean, it is
Yeah.
making money while you're sleeping. It's making money while we're talking right now. It's making money while you're in Hawaii. Like,
Yeah.
that will set you up for life. And this company, I mean, this business is willable to your children. How
Yes.
amazing is that? You know, I was in a company where I saw a lady, she was there for 10 years, and she got a flag for her service. Not even one of those big flags, like a little flag for her
Oh,
service.
that's sad.
And and to each their own, but for me, what's important to me is that I never want to be in that situation again where I've been laid off, where, I don't know where my next paycheck is coming from.
Yeah.
And I don't want anyone else to be in that situation. So, I'm happy to see people in this company, even making a few $100s to a couple extra $1,000 a month. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Well, yeah, now that we're at the 1 year mark, people are starting to share more of their success. You know, instead of working full time at like their real job, they can work part time and focus more on iGalen. And it's exciting to see these happening and just kind of makes it more real for maybe those people sitting on the sidelines wondering, could they do this? Is this legit? So
If it wasn't legit,
sure, you can
CRA
have
wouldn't.
that. Yeah,
CRA would not let you do your taxes,
I
okay? So,
know. Yeah.
and it is like Adrian, exactly. The tax benefits are ridiculous. Like people say, oh, I
Yes,
don't have time for it.
Adrian.
Listen, if you have an hour to do something on the side with a system that's already set up, I always tell people this. Okay, so you want the fastest car in the world. So I think right now it's a Venom GT Spider. That one is I think that one actually beat out Bugatti last couple years. I don't remember. Don't quote me on that. But, so you've got this really fast car, but you don't know how to drive it. So
Hmm.
basically, what we're doing is teaching people how to be wicked drivers, because guess what? You've got a vehicle and it's the fastest vehicle. This is definitely not a get rich quick scheme, but it's the
No.
fastest vehicle. And so you learn how to drive and drive good. You get in the vehicle. Guess what? Well, you didn't have to make that vehicle. You didn't have to source out the parts. You didn't have to design it. It's made for you. You just need to
Yeah.
learn the basics and get in and drive it. And
Hmm.
I've seen so many, like, I share that video of 30 under 30, 30
Yeah.
millionaires under 30. And these are kids that, started, young adults, sorry, that started network marketing when they were 20, 19, 20. Now they're 23, they're 27, and they're multimillionaires. Why? Because you're just sharing the product, you're
Yeah.
sharing the opportunity, and you're doing a disservice if you're not sharing this with anybody. And
Hmm.
we can truly change the vibration of the world with our health, with our finances, because there's so many people suffering right now. There's so many people suffering mentally as well, and that has to do
Yeah.
with food. If you're not eating the right foods, you're not going to feel good. If you're not exercising, you're not going to have that energy.
Yeah.
If your finances are in array, it's going to bring you down. You're going to get more stressed out, then you're going to have more ailments. And it's
Yeah.
just like if people could just find something that they can work on, like Jim Rohn says, work full time at your job and part time on your wealth.
Yeah.
And until you can replace your job income with your wealth, you just got to keep going. But you have
Yeah.
to have a plan B, and you can't have your hands in 50 things. I've seen
Mm-mm.
people do, you know, two or four other network marketing gigs, and it's not going to work. You need to be 100% focused. So be 100% focused at your job, and then
Yeah.
100% focused on, what, if you're doing iGalen, right? Because that's the only way. But you can't just do it for a year.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
it's a numbers game. What is difficult is the rejection, what people think about you,
Hmm.
what people think about the business. People think, well, if it's such a great product, why does it have to be sold through MLM? Well, you know what?
Because
Mr.
it's
Cannon
so
Fire,
great.
well, if you walk past it on the shelves, you wouldn't know what that was or what that did. And I guarantee
Exactly.
that that pharmacist is not going to send you over there to something holistic and natural, right? And but the thing is, when you focus on personal development, It doesn't
Hmm.
matter. When your why is so strong, it doesn't matter what people think. You
Yeah.
know, when I was younger, yeah, for sure. I was like, really? That's what people think about network marketing? Maybe I should. I'm actually, ticked off that I didn't really go full force because I was young. I had adults saying, oh, don't, it's a scam, this and that. But you know what? Welcome to the new
Hmm.
economy. This is a we
Hmm.
economy. If we don't work together and people are going to keep complaining about the economy, which it does what it does, it goes up, it goes down. That's what
Yeah.
it does, but people just have to be prepared. And so back to kind of like the tax write-offs about this. Yeah, guess what? I am traveling. I'm going to meetings. If I wanted to go to Hawaii and I talk to somebody about iGalen, that's a tax write-off. I'm there
Yes.
for business.
Hmm.
So, think about that. Think about the things that you do in your daily life. You go shopping, you go entertaining, you've got a car payment, you've got mortgage. If you do something on the side that's a home-based business that's already set up for you, because trust me, I've done that. I went on and I bought into the system, and then I decided to get out of it. But then
Hmm.
I went on my own and I worked for myself. I had no support. I had to do my own accounting. I had to track all my sales. I had to
Yeah.
create my own website. Well, guess what? Everything is already created for you
Yeah.
here.
So
Like it's a
simple.
business box for, I mean,
Totally.
packages start from 100 to, $1,100. That's insane. Don't go into debt
Yeah.
don't, I really advise people not to go into debt for something that you think is going to make you money because that hasn't happened yet. And I think it's a bad business decision.
Yeah. Yeah, I really love how simple everything is and that the training manual is just so accessible at our fingertips. All of like the corporate calls, all of these, casual meetings with other team members, and they don't even have to be on your personal team, which is another amazing thing that I really love about us and how refreshing this business has been is because it truly is people helping people and that being our customers or our team members because it is all just one big happy family. It really is. And it's so exciting to be a part of that and just cheer each other on and lift each other up and raise that vibration because when we're feeling good and excited as a whole, it really does radiate out into everybody else. And I love that. It's so, yeah, like I said, it's very simple, easy to learn. And if you're just open to that, like you're opening that door of amazing opportunities and possibilities to really change your life and set yourself up for so much greater in the future. Yeah. What do we have here?
So, sorry.
I was just reading some of these comments. Maureen says, I love that it's all put together for me and all I need to do is share. Yeah, we just keep it simple.
Exactly. And the best part is that you guys came in ground floor. Like this is amazing.
Yeah.
I had a girlfriend, she's an MLM jumper, and I love her to death. But it's just it wasn't like I heard this from somebody in Saskatchewan or heard this from someone in Utah or something, right? We as
Yeah.
Canadians, and I love our American friends, I love America, I love California, obviously, but
Yeah.
we finally get to be, above Americans for the first
Yes.
time. We get to
Yeah.
be their upline because most of the products that I've been involved with, they come up from the US. They're not
Hmm.
Health Canada approved. Some of them are still patent pending. They can't tell you who the doctor is and all these things,
Yeah.
full of fillers. But, this opportunity, there's one other company that I know of, and I forget the name. They launched in BC.
Hmm.
It was an international company. They launched in BC, and they have created over 1,000 millionaires, 1,000 Canadian millionaires. Why?
Yeah.
Because it's when it starts in Canada, you have all of US, which which you've got 10 times more distribution and building power. So that's
Yeah.
huge. And so I'm really happy that, you and Steve jumped on this and saw the opportunity
Yes.
and saw, this is it's very niche, to the world. Like there's really, there's some people that are focused on the weight loss part, some people are focused on, diabetes, some people are focused on, the energy, just kind of being proactive as an
Hmm.
added supplement, but it's for everyone. I mean, you can get young kids to do it too instead of drinking all those nasty monster drinks,
Yeah.
they just need to take in food in a pill. People say, oh, it's a supplement or a drug or anything. No, it's food.
Yeah.
It's just encapsulated. That's all it is. And I mean, I couldn't even imagine where I'd be right now had I said no to this, you
Hmm.
know?
Well, since I have you here as our Canadian Master Distributor, would you mind sharing with us kind of how this all came about?
Sure. Long story short, because I do have to run here. I have to go
Yeah.
soon, but um, let's see. I was actually in finance, and I love network marketing. I knew that that's where the vehicle that I was going to use because I don't like being told what to do. I don't like clocking in and out. I'm
Hmm.
a Virgo. I love routine. I don't like somebody else's routine. So my mom actually fell ill with cancer a few years ago, well, almost a decade now, nasopharyngeal cancer, which is in her nose, very close to
Hmm.
the brain, super scary. I remember that day when I got that phone call, like I was at my office at the time and I was crying all day. I had to leave
Yeah.
and it was sad. So she did go through the radiation and killed off all of her taste buds. She can't taste anything. And my mom actually, food was her only joy. Food and my son was her only joy, but she couldn't eat anything because she couldn't taste anything anymore because of the radiation. So I wanted answers. So I think when we, fall ill with something or a family member, we always look for answers, right? And there's
Yeah.
so much out there. There's so much information, so much research. I don't even understand how now people can be so sick, right? So basically not last June, I can't believe it's been almost 2 years, but June
Yeah.
2016, my mom was hospitalized and I was planning her funeral. Like so she beat nasopharyngeal cancer. She fell ill with pneumonia. So when people are very fragile, pneumonia affects them, it's pretty heavy.
Yeah.
And I was freaked out because I had a couple friends that their parents were older, had a weak immune system, and their parents got caught pneumonia and they didn't survive. So here I am freaking out, right?
Hmm.
So basically, a good friend of mine hooked me up with Dr. Rajan, and he is the CEO and the co-founder of iGalen. He was
Love
actually a
him.
pharmaceutical doctor turned holistic. Oh my gosh, I love him. Like
So great.
yeah, I owe my life to him and to everybody in that company. And so basically, I got on the phone with him and I learned so much in that hour. And that 1 hour, I
Hmm.
thought, wow, we have been misinformed. And for you guys watching out there, it's not as complicated as health is not as complicated as it seems. It's just
Yeah.
we make it complicated. The
Hmm.
system that's providing the food and producing food makes it complicated. Our
Yeah.
foods are very complicated. The ingredients, all these things, you can't even pronounce them, right?
Exactly.
So,
It's disgusting.
yeah, and I'm so, I know we can sit here and preach and everything, but I'm just so grateful that, now I know, right?
Hmm.
And so long story short, I got my mom on the Emulin and she came back to health. She came back to life. Like all her life, she's very negative, worried a lot, and that takes into play as well, worrying, stress, like I said, sleep, air toxicity, all of that. And I saw her come back to life. And usually, when you ask my mom how she's doing, she's always sluggish, like, oh, it's not good. Now you ask her how she's doing, and she's like, oh, I'm great, I'm good. She's got life back in her. Her arthritis is much more manageable. She's not eating as many carbs as she used to. But mind you, she eats lots of carbs because her taste buds are gone from the radiation. So people in
Yeah.
poverty, what do you eat when you can't afford food? What do you eat when you're sick and you have a cold and you can't taste anything, but you want to feel full? You eat carbs and
Yeah.
fillers and everything. And that is what is causing a lot of chronic inflammation, is that sugar, that barrage of constant sugar that people are having in, in the morning, it's sugar in the coffee or tea, then it's a muffin or breakfast sandwich, then at lunch it's a sandwich or pasta, then dinner, same thing. And you repeat that. And,
Yeah.
people think, oh, I can just go to the gym and work it off. You can't work off what's damaging your cells. There's no
Yeah.
way. So then I get on the product. And, at the time, I think I was 37, no, 37, 38, and I still had muffin tops. I was taking naps at, 1 to 3 p.m. around that time because I was carb
Yeah.
crashing. But I
Yeah.
was the same way. I was like, I'm so healthy. I watch what I eat, this and that. That's what so many people say. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
healthy. I don't need that. We're not getting what we need from our foods. And
Yeah.
there's sometimes we skip a meal, something, right? I'm a huge believer in supplements and food. So,
Hmm.
and that will keep you away from the pharmaceutical meds. So basically, Galen was already in discussions to launch in North America, in the US first, obviously, who would launch in Canada first, but, I had the honor to launch in Canada first, so that made everything Health Canada approved. And, at first I thought, oh my gosh, what am I getting myself into? But I just believed in the product so much. And like I said, I wasn't going to get into health and wellness again. But this product, what I saw it do for me, I was down 3 pounds in 4 days. I wasn't napping.
Hmm.
So when I went to my other business, I was downtown, and if my appointment wasn't for another hour, I'd be calling my friends that live downtown and saying, hey, are you around? Can I come by for a nap? And if they weren't around, I'd take a 20-minute nap in my car. I no longer do that. I no longer wake up in the
Yeah.
middle of the night. When I go to the gym, I can go every day because I'm not super sore on the second day, because it helps with recovery.
Yeah.
Oh, obviously inflammation, right? And so basically, yeah, we launched January 30th. We did the pre-launch, and it's been amazing. I couldn't even imagine my life without this. I don't even know where I'd be. I'm just so
Yeah.
proud of everybody that sees a value in this. Definitely, it's different. I find that some of the other companies that I've been with super money driven, but here, I'm a true believer in karma and the work that you do, and being of service to others, is that's why we're
Yes.
here, and everything else
Hmm.
will follow. And to me, being able to leave a legacy for my son too. So
Yeah.
basically, yeah, we're a year going into our infant stages now, so it's been amazing. And actually, when we launched in North America and Canada, we also launched Philippines, and
Hmm.
then soon after we opened up America, and then Singapore, and this started in Malaysia in 2015.
Yeah.
And they're huge in inflammation, chronic inflammation over there because of what they eat. It's rice and noodles and everything, right? So,
Yeah.
when the doctor, backtracking, going back, when the doctor diagnosed my mom with that type of cancer, I just said, well, how does this happen? Like, tell me, I need answers. And he goes, well, that's typical for somebody, for a woman, an Asian woman in Asia, to get this type of cancer. I'm like, what are you talking about? We've been in Canada for, at the time, like 32 years or something. And,
Hmm.
but now I get it. I get it now. Sure, sure, it was air toxicity in Singapore, and rice and noodles. But guess what? When she moved here, and it's funny because most immigrants, when they move to North America, they get all these diseases. Well, now my mom added pasta, bread, bagels, potatoes. So you could imagine
Yeah.
that's just, adding up in our bodies. So,
Yeah, exactly. Oh, so exciting. I'm so glad I caught you on today
yeah.
finally. And I just remember being with you in Vegas when we did our launch there, and just like seeing the excitement, and you're just like vibrating because this was your hard work too. You did a lot of behind the scenes legwork to bring this to fruition, and it was just finally happening, and it was incredible. And like I said, so refreshing. I had never been to a conference before, but I heard from pretty much majority of people that had been, they were just blown away because they had never been to something like ours before, where it was just so much value and so much heart. And it wasn't just selling the dream like rah, 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 and we're all going to be millionaires. And you know, it was so valuable, so full of so much, and just forever grateful that you made this possible and shared it with us, and we can continue on.
And I'm
Yeah,
so grateful for all of you guys that are out in the field. I mean, honestly, companies are built by themselves. So you guys are the meat of the company, the engine. And I'm so thankful that you guys see the vision and
yeah,
understand the new economy. And we are going to make this world a better place to live in, a higher vibration,
yeah,
and we just have to keep sharing it with people. So for anyone watching, I just, I really want to thank Ashley. She's just an incredible mom, wife, daughter, kick-ass businesswoman that gets it. Like you get it, So, and you've been doing your videos and everything, and I think that's amazing. All we can do is just share.
yeah.
So I thank you so much, and thanks for
Thank
having me on.
you.
I need to run. I wish that this was still
Yes.
your live.
No, it's okay. We made it work. So thank you so much, and we'll keep in touch. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thanks, hon. Bye. Thanks everyone for watching.
Yay! Bye, guys.